What is up, my spooky sluts? My name is Amber, welcome to my channel, and today we're going to be trying the e.l.f. and Krispy Kreme collaboration donut collection. Alright, this is going to get real annoying real quick, so I'm just going to tuck that right in there, and we're just going to forget about it. Now, for whatever reason, Krispy Kreme definitely seems to be on the officially licensed collaboration kick, because obviously we just got the Scooby-Doo collection for Halloween, and they were pretty hit or miss. Like, some of them were fine, some of them were disgusting, but I am a little biased in the fact that I'm not really the biggest donut fan in general. They're just not my favorite sweet, you know, or breakfast food, or really anything. Sometimes they're fine, sometimes they're really good. More often than not, I'm not a fan, so I am a little bit biased in doing these tasting reviews, but this collection actually does look quite delightful and smells quite delightful as well. Like, my entire studio right now just smells like sugary sweet donuts, and it's very lovely. But we are going to check out the 4 collaboration donuts that they have put out for the holiday season in honor of the 20th anniversary of the movie coming out. Krispy Kreme has partnered with Warner Brothers. So first up, we have the Buddy Makes Breakfast donut, which is an original glazed donut topped with creamy, dreamy cake batter flavored spaghetti buttercream, milk chocolate colorful candies, sprinkles, and a delicious maple flavored drizzle. I'm gonna be so real, this is actually my, I'm the most excited to try this one because it's cute, it was really on point with the theme, and the flavor palette sounds the most appealing, so definitely the most stoked to try this one, which is this little guy right here. It's meant to look like in the movie when Buddy is at his father's house and he makes breakfast out of spaghetti and then just all the candy and sugar and stuff. It's meant to look like that, and I think they do a really good job with, you know, limited supplies. If they wanted to be more accurate, they could have added marshmallows and other stuff as well, but I think that would have just been too much flavor wise. So arguably this is a cute aesthetic, it gets the point across, and hopefully will be a reasonable combination of flavors. We'll go ahead and try that. Okay. So it looks like on the inside they actually have pieces of broken donut to hold up the icing mound that's on top so it doesn't just drip all the way through. So engineering wise, that's actually kind of fun and a little bit ingenious. Flavor wise, this is actually a really fucking good donut. I'm not gonna lie. The buttercream is very sweet. The donut itself is just a traditional glazed donut. Krispy Kreme glazed donuts are pretty solid. They're fine. I don't think they're particularly offensive to anybody. This buttercream is really good. Sorry, I dripped the icing all over my fingers. Whoops. No, it's very good. It's very sweet. And then the maple drizzle on it, I think, kind of cuts the sweetness really well. Because, syrup in itself is also, pretty sugary sometimes. But there's something about this particular flavor that, helps cut the sweetness so it doesn't feel too overwhelming. That's actually delightful. We'll fully go in for another bite. No, that is incredibly good. I would eat more of these. I would even possibly crave these. It is that good of a flavor combination. And like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of donuts. And this one, because I think technically one of the Scooby-Doo donuts was a cake batter buttercream. And I wasn't the biggest fan, so they either got better at the formula or it's just the sheer amount of it with the combination of the other flavors. Whatever it is, real fucking good. Would highly recommend. I've also got my cute little e.l.f. mug that I stole from my mom to cleanse the palate between tastings. Got a little bit of almond milk. Next up, we have the Buddy Snow Globe Donut, which is an original glazed donut dipped in super duper sugar cookie flavored light blue icing and very white sprinkles, topped with powdery, sugary, beautiful snow and a magical Christmas chocolate elf piece. So this one is actually like really, really cute. And I didn't actually kind of clock that it was like meant to look like a snow globe, but it totally does. Now that I know that that's what it's meant to be, like that makes a lot of sense, and I think that's actually a really, really cute idea because, of course, like in the movie, he's given the snow globe to like find the Empire State Building where his father works, and it feels very on theme. Of course, we have the little chocolate piece, which we'll go ahead and try, but typically they're not very good. It mostly tastes like nothing. I think I like this white chocolate slightly better than the dark chocolate that we got for the Scooby-Doo collection. They really have like almost no flavor. It's just purely decoration really, but I do like the eco-friendliness that it is made out of an edible product. So we will go ahead and try this one out. I always like awkwardly make eye contact with the camera when I'm like taking a bite. Okay, that's not bad. I definitely don't like the flavor quite as much as I did the previous one, but this just has like less pieces on it. It's a pretty standard just like glazed donut with icing on top. Thankfully, the like sprinkles that are on it are not a bad texture. I was expecting to really hate it because like I don't love funky textures. But it's surprisingly not bad. I don't think it negatively affects the taste. They're definitely soft and easy to chew, so it doesn't feel like you're kind of trying to like work your way crunching through stuff. Like, it adds just the slightest bit of texture without it being upsetting to the flavor palette. That's not bad. The icing's fine. Not the greatest, but not the worst by any means. I don't think I would ever crave it, but I won't be upset about finishing it. Then we have the Christmas Lights Donut, which is an original glazed donut dipped in rich chocolate icing, drizzled with luscious forest-colored green icing, and topped with yummy rainbow sprinkles and a delicious and delightful chocolate elf piece. So we've got this one right here, which definitely just like another kind of standard traditional type of donut. And then it does have the little, like, chocolate piece on it that says Santa, I know him.
Santa here? I know him. I know him.
But we will go ahead and try it. Okay. Not bad. Again, just another standard glazed donut. It definitely seems like for most of the themed collections, they base most of them, like, are just glazed donuts, and then they'll have, like, different toppings on it, with the exception of the last one, which we'll talk about more later. But this is actually really, the chocolate icing on it is really nice. It's definitely, like, a more subtle chocolate flavor, but I think that's actually really welcome, especially if you're not looking for something overly sweet. Oh my god, I have so many layers that are slipping and I'm like, I can't tell if it's the wig, if it's the hat, if it's all of the above. So if I look progressively worse throughout the video, we're ignoring it. But this is actually pretty decent. And even with the sprinkles on top, they're like a very soft type of sprinkle. So it doesn't add a ton of texture difference or crunch to it at all. So it's definitely not negatively affecting the donut. I'd say that's really good. I really like the chocolate on it. I'd say I think I like this one better than the snow globe, but not quite as much as the spaghetti. And then last is the Santa Belly Donut, which is filled with scrumptious diddly-umptious cookies and cream filling, dipped in Santa's suit-colored red icing, and decorated with Santa's belts and candy belt buckle. And let me tell ya, I am not at all looking forward to this one. I thought I would be, but We learned our lesson last month when we tried the Scooby-Doo. Okay, I know I keep referencing the like Scooby-Doo collection with the like thought that like maybe you guys also watched that. No worries if you didn't. So for the Scooby-Doo collection of donuts, there were, similarly to this, there were 4 donuts. 3 of them were like original glaze based and 1 of them was a cream filled one. And I was so excited for the like monster cookies and cream. And then it was fucking disgusting. The cream filling, it was supposed to be like an Oreo cookies and cream. And I was like, oh my god, that sounds amazing. It was disgusting. This looks like it's gonna be the same type, where it's just another like cookies and cream filled donut. I have a little bit higher hopes for this one because it's not covered in like funky like bead like sprinkles on top, but still not looking forward to the filling. But I digress. Maybe they've perfected the formula. Maybe there's different proportions. I don't know. We still got to give it a chance. I'm not thrilled about it though. Part of me wants to end the video here, but we will persevere. I say like it's actually like a fucking struggle. I get to eat a donut. I'm lucky. Maybe I'll try this little candy piece first. Okay. I think it's like a sugar cube. That was just like a solid piece of like sugar that kind of dissolved and crumbled in the mouth. I've never seen a topping like that from Krispy Kreme. I say as though I'm an authority on Krispy Kreme. I had never been there until I did the Scooby-Doo collection last month, I think. So really don't know a lot about the brand or donuts in general, but I think that was just like a sugar cube. Not bad at all. That was actually quite delightful because it was just sugar. But we'll go ahead and try it. I think that entire bite like just missed the cream. Like I think I just missed getting any of the icing. Something about that tastes artificial. That taste like The donut itself was okay. I don't know if it was one of the icings or if I just got the tiniest hint of cream maybe. Something tasted like chemically almost, like artificial flavor. So we're gonna go in and try and get more of the cream. Okay, that was the flavor. Well, okay. So it was definitely the cream that was giving the like slight artificial flavor, but being able to get a little bit more of it. I think they've improved the formula since the Scooby-Doo collection, because that actually has the like a slight hint of Oreo flavor come through, whereas the last collection, like it did not taste like cookies and cream at all. You could not get any of the Oreo flavor. This actually had a hint of Oreo. It wasn't fantastic, but I do think it was slightly better. Like maybe we'll get another nibble just to see. Yeah, still definitely not my favorite, but it is much better than it was for the Scooby-Doo collection. So, like, I might eventually finish this donut. Definitely not my favorite, and it definitely does have kind of an aftertaste of just artificial feeling in it. So I definitely would not recommend these in bulk or, quite frankly, at all personally. But it's not as bad as it was. So, improvement? So ultimately, the collection definitely wasn't bad, and I do think they actually flavor-wise improved upon it from the last themed collection. So as much as I hate to say it with my own personal preferences towards either film media, but the e.l.f. collection kicked Scooby-Doo's ass. The overall aesthetic of the collection was quite adorable. It was very holiday-ish without being entirely in your face, which I did quite like, and it did feel very, very true to the film. Like, people who have seen the film and know the references would definitely like really, really appreciate the references and the aesthetic choices that were made. Because I feel like they very easily could have just done like Christmassy stuff and been like, oh, it's an elf collection. And instead of doing that, they were actually like, no, this is an elf collection, and really went hard with that, which I very much appreciate. The flavors were overall pretty decent. I definitely prefer some over others, but like that buttercream spaghetti breakfast one was so good. I might actually crave that one. Whereas the other ones, I don't think I would ever crave. But the like 2 glaze, I wouldn't be opposed to eating again. Whereas, same as before, I'm not the biggest fan of the cookies and cream. So if you have any interest in trying out the collection for yourself, you can go ahead and head to your local Krispy Kreme for the holiday season. But anyways, thank y'all so much for watching. I had a blast hanging out with y'all. Happy holidays!